Hi, I'm Camille. I'm from eZENtial Yoga, and I was going to do a double workout with my friend Jen from Jen Fitness to do a boot camp, 20 minutes, and then 20 minutes of yoga. So we couldn't quite figure out the old double screen. So I'm going to do my portion of the 20-minute yoga sequence. So after you watch Jen's boot camp, then you can watch me for a little yoga, or you can join me right now, whatever you like. Anyway, so here we are. My company is based on yoga that is available for anyone. So that's why I do this virtual. So I can connect to you through Skype or FaceTime. You can do this in your home. You don't have to go to the gym. If you're feeling intimidated, maybe doing a little yoga in front of, a group of people. There's always an opportunity to do multiple people. So if you have, say, like you and your girlfriend want to do yoga together, I could have multiple sessions going at the same time. So it would be like a group class. I've done that in the past with people from different states. So it can be a lot of fun. Anyway, so here we are. We're going to do a little 20-minute sequence, and we're just going to start in stand. And we're going to have our hands at our sides, and we're going to start with a little breathing. We're breathing in through our nose and breathing out through our nose. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. We're going to stretch out our neck, so you're going to bring your right ear to your right shoulder, stretching out the left side of your neck. And then you're going to come to center and bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. And coming up to center, now you're going to look over your right shoulder. Coming back to center, looking over your left shoulder. Coming back to center, bringing your chin to your chest. Coming back to center. Bring your hands together. You're going to interlace your fingers. Bring your palms out and push out. And then I really want you to push out so that you can feel separation of your shoulder blades. Dropping your head between your arms, ears are between your biceps, feeling that upper back stretch. And then coming back to rest, bringing your right arm down your leg, left arm comes up. You're going to take a nice little side bend, getting our body warmed up. And then coming back to center, switching sides. So left hand goes down left leg, right arm comes overhead. And coming back to center. Now we're going to start with a little sun salutation. So I'm going to step over here so you can see. Your feet could be together or a little bit apart, whatever your balance allows you to do. So we're going to start with bringing our arms up overhead. Then you're going to swan dive down to the ground. If your fingers can't quite touch the ground, you can bend your knees, so that allows for it. I want you to bring your hands out. We're going to walk back into a plank. Now, if plank is not, in your wheelhouse, you can always bend your knees. This is a kneeling plank, so you're still planking. And from here, we're going to try to bend our elbows, and you're going to lower your chest in between your hands. And you're going to push up into an upward facing dog. Now tuck your toes. I'm a little close to the wall. And you're going to bring your bottom back And we're in a downward facing dog. So this is an upside down V position. What you want to try to do is lift your hips as much as you can. You don't necessarily have to touch your heels to the floor, although that's something you want to work towards. But your hamstrings could be really tight. So we're going to just pedal them out. And with your upper body, what I want you to do is, if this hurts your wrist, you can just sort of grip your fingers into the ground so that alleviates a little bit off the wrists. Try to keep your ears between your biceps. We're going to breathe. And then I want you to walk your feet to your hands. We're in that forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Then we're going to rise up, bringing your hands up overhead. And hands come down to heart center. So that is our hi, Valeria. I hope you're joining me. So our hands are at heart center. Now we're going to come up. Bring your hands down. Swan diving down. Bring your hands up to your shins. You're going to have a nice flat back. I want you to look forward. You don't necessarily have to look up. Just look forward. Once again, bend your knees. You're going to bring your hands down. Walk back to a plank. We're going to bend our knees in this one. Lower your chest to the floor. And then come up into an upward facing dog. If you can't quite straighten your arms like that, you can have them bent. You're going to tuck your toes. Come back to a downward facing dog. When we go into our warrior series, you're going to bring your right foot up towards your hand. If you can't quite get it there, you're halfway. You can help it with your other hand. You can bring it forward. So here we are in a runner's lunge. You're going to flatten the back foot. Coming up, you can actually have your hands on your knees if you like, depending on your balance. You can bring your arms up. Now we're in warrior one. You can go as shallow or as deep as you like. And you want to try to have your hips pointing towards this front leg. Then from warrior one, you can swing back. And now we're in warrior two. You always want your gaze to be at the front arm. The middle finger is what you gaze at. You always want to be in between your hips. So you don't want to be here and you don't want to be here. You want to be right in the middle. Okay, then we're going to swing that back arm up. We're back into warrior one. Come down, frame your foot. Come back into downward facing dog. Now we're going to go right into our left foot. The left foot comes forward. We're in a runner's lunge. Bring your back foot flat. We're going to rise up. And you are in warrior one. Remember about the hip position. So you always want your hips in warrior one to be pointing towards that arm or that knee. Now you're going to bring that right arm back. So now we are in warrior two. Left hand is forward. Then swing your arm back up into warrior one. And come back down. Bring that left foot back. We are in downward facing dog. Now from here, let's just take a breath. We're breathing in through our nose, breathing out. You're going to walk your feet up to your hands. We're in that forward fold, so bend your knees as much as you need to, because not everybody can go straight. You can have a little bend, it's all good. Then you're going to come up, swan dive, up, hands up, overhead. Bring your hands to heart center. So you've done a sun salutation and you've done a warrior series. Pretty good, I gotta say. Okay, so from here, we're going to stand. Let's try a little balance. I love to introduce balance, it's fun. Okay, so what you see on a lot of, hi Kevin, Michelle. All right, I'm going to try your name. Lucia. Hello. You always see yoga poses. Tree is one of them. So let's try tree. So feet are about hip distance apart. Now with tree, it's a lot of it's a single leg stand. So you got to put all your weight on one foot. My best side is my right. My left side is okay. So let's try it. So right foot is down. You can start with a kickstand. That way you don't have to go with just one foot. What you do is eventually, so you go from kickstand, you can come up to your calf. See, it's a little hard. Then eventually you come up into the thigh, never on your knee. You don't want to put lateral pressure on the knee. That's not good. Okay, so here we are. Maybe I'll try a little kickstand just so I don't fall in live video. That's never fun. Okay, so here we are. You start with, you can do hands in the middle. You can make some branches. You can do hands up overhead. And then the piece de resistance, oh Lord, is you're going to look up. Looking, your directional gaze is really what tests your balance. So you don't want to do the gaze up until you're actually really ready for it. So usually you can just begin with hands at heart center. Okay, and you can always go towards a wall. Use the wall, and then when you're ready, there you go. And then we can do a little flow in there where you go, you can do tree, and then coming down into airplane, and then coming down, half moon. I'm telling you, balance stuff. These are all practice moves. I mean, you just practice until you get it. And then come down. All right, now we're going to do some stretches. So I'm going to sit on the ground. You're going to start wide leg out. And what I usually do is I have you walk forward and you can put your, I'm going to move back a little, put your forearms on the ground. If you can get there, if you can't, here is fine. But the most important thing, and I'm going to slide sideways, you want to be straight back. You don't want this. You want straight back and walk it. So you're going to hinge at the hips. Okay, so I feel it in my hip here. Now, if I was here, I'd be able to go all the way down, but that doesn't necessarily do a lot for the hip. You want to try to keep as good a position as you can. Okay, and then you walk over to your left leg, fold over that leg. And then we're going to walk over to the right leg, fold over that one. And then you're going to come up to center. Going to face you again. Now we're going to do a little butterfly. Now you can do as in or as out. See, you have a diamond. You can come out, and what I want you to do is, once again, you're going to fold. Really be cognizant of hinging at the hip. Okay, and then you're going to come up, straighten one leg. So I straighten my left, my right knee is bent. My left elbow on the outside of my right knee. So you're crossing over. And then you're going to twist at the rib cage, looking over that right shoulder. And then coming back, switch legs. So my left knee is up, my right elbow goes on the outside of the left leg. And you're twisting. And then come back to center. What's a workout without abs? So your feet are on the floor. First, put your hands under your knees. You're going to lean back. Lift up your feet off the floor. So here I am. What you want to try to work on is keeping your chest near your thighs. Okay, so you're in this position. You know, you can always work on getting your legs straight. I have a little tight hamstring situation, so I can't. But I'm still getting my ab workout here. So here I am. Let go. Bring your arms out. And if you can, try to breathe. So you can bring your hands to heart center. And I want you to concentrate on a point in front of you. You're going to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Now let's try to come down nice and slow. You're hovering your ankles or your heels over the floor. Do not touch. Same with your shoulder blades. And then come back up again. You'll feel that in your abdominals. So a couple of these. And then you can place your feet on the floor and come down into a laying position. Okay, our hands are by our hips. Try to bring your feet towards your bottom and bum, so bum. Now you're going to push your hips into the air, and then roll slowly down onto the ground. Once again, we're going to push up, slowly down. Bringing your knees into your chest. And with hands on the floor, you can cross at your ankles. Try to roll up into a seated position. And here we are. Whatever you can do, really. You can do crisscross applesauce. You can try to do a lotus, which is your foot into your hip flexor. I can do a half lotus. A full lotus, which is the other leg up here. I really can't get out of it. So it's, it's fun. So here we are. We're just going to finish up by having our hands on our knees, closing our eyes, and just focusing on your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. One last time, breathing in real deep, opening your mouth and sighing it out. Bringing your hands to heart center. Now I say namaste. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a beautiful weekend. We are supposed to get a lot of snow in wonderful New Jersey, so fingers crossed it won't be too bad. But wherever you are, I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and thanks for being here. So take care of yourselves. Bye. Hi, I'm Camille.